Hey, what is up, you guys? It's Megan, and I have some exciting news. I was actually invited out to Redwood, California by EA to experience the new Sims pack before anybody else. I have some city living footage here that I want to share with you guys, but I do have a disclaimer about it. It is not the final version of the game. I took this footage about like 2 weeks ago whenever I was in EA. I am so grateful that they invited me to their headquarters to play this game. So I just wanted to share some of the footage I grabbed with you guys because I know that you would be dying to see it. I have this divided up into a couple segments, so stay tuned for the whole video. And if you stay tuned till the end, you'll get to see a karaoke clip of me and Deligracy rapping Eminem. Now, the first footage I have is of the city areas. We have the fashion district, we have Uptown, and then we have the spice market, and then my personal favorite, we have the arts quarter. Now, the cities are arranged beautifully. You can live in any sort of district, from Uptown to the spice market, which is the cheapest, and all sorts of apartments. Now, each area has its own little perk, like there is a new museum in the art district, and then you can do karaoke in Uptown. There's also a little central park for protests. So here's just a little layout of the map that you guys could see all of the cities. My sim was living in the arts quarter. Now, the next footage that I have is of a festival. Thank you so much to Aviator Games. Quick shout out, his link is in the description, for loaning me his flea market and GeekCon footage. At the flea market, you can buy and sell your own items or just other people's crap for a discounted price. You can also purchase foods at these certain festivals. It's completely different at every single festival, and they even change out in the streets below. Zach's character right now is just ordering some lunch after a really fun day at the flea market. Now, this festival is GeekCon. At GeekCon, there are tons of fun things to do. You can cosplay, you can enter hacking tournaments, or even just play video games with your friends. There are certain skills that are boosted whenever you're at these festivals just because you're around in the environment that you need. As you can see, at that glowing computer, there's a hacking tournament going on, and then there are also tons of stalls set up to play video games at. So your sim will really boost in the video game skill, the hacking skill, everything of that nature, and you might even see some cosplayers. I only got a little bit of footage of this festival. It's the Pranksters vs. Jokers festival, where you can excel in your mischief or comedy skill. You pick a side and then you duel out for the night to see which side wins. Now, something really interesting to note is my sim is a vegetarian. After she ate this pho, her mouth was not only on fire, but she ate meat. As you can see, she is a vegetarian down in the corner, which, you know, will really disturb her for a long time and leave her unable to do any actions. Now, the part that we've all been waiting for, apartment living. As you guys can see, my sim is having a really good time painting. The little light bulbs and sparkles coming from her head actually mean that she is gaining a substantial skill boost, all because of the little characteristics her apartment has. Now, these characteristics are interchangeable. You can have, you know, a little party area or natural lighting or just a really creative space. Now, I'm gonna scroll through these really fast so that you guys can see what attributes you can have for your apartment. They are interchangeable and they are very helpful whenever you're trying to accomplish a certain task. You can change them at any time. Now, here's just a shot of my kitchen. I redecorated my entire apartment and I absolutely love it. I also love that you can see the streets from the apartment. You can see the streets below, which means you can see all the festivals that are going on. My sim is an art critic, so right now she's writing a column for her job, but we will get into careers a little bit later. Something cool that they added was this huge TV in this new gaming console, which increases your gaming skill, fosters relationships with whoever you decide to play online with. It also helps sustain the fun need, as you would guess. Another item that they added to the game is this little talkative toilet, which I think is kind of cute, but it's also really weird. You can be mean to it, you can be nice to it, and it can be mean or nice back. Something really interesting to note about it is that you can actually foster a relationship with this toilet. Why would you want to sit on your friends? Now, because my apartment has the party attribute to it, my neighbor is always so noisy. I always have to bang on her door or try to politely knock to ask her to quiet down. She never takes it very well, but you know, when you gotta sleep, you gotta sleep. I also find that the neighbors are pretty clingy. They always want to come over and they always want to hang out. If you have trouble sustaining relationships or even sustaining the social skill, this is a really good situation for you because you'll always have somebody to talk to. You know, me and my neighbor are actually kind of good friends, so it's not all that bad. With City Living comes a new aspiration called City Native. With this, your sim gets to be in the know, and then they get discounts on certain food items. My sim is purchasing produce while this produce stand is up right now. The booths will often change, so your sim always has a reason to go down and see the city. You can also become a street performer and gain tips, so that is another thing that they added to the game, as well as this really cool mobile gallery. You can paint a bunch of really crappy paintings and you can sell them for 300% markup, which is what my sim did. It seems a little broken, honestly, but I know that if you want to do a rags to riches or something, this is a great investment. I absolutely love this. You guys know that I make all of my Sims do paintings. So for 300% markup, you end up making thousands of dollars on paintings that honestly are just not worth it, as you can see right now. I love it. I think it's a really fun thing to add to the game. Another thing that your sim can do is bust. They can be a living statue, and actually once you tip the person who is busting, you can actually become one of the busters your very self. Just go into create a sim, put on the makeup, and you can just start standing next to the guy and busting. You can see that my sim wiggles around because she's not nearly as professional as him. Another fun thing to do is murals. There are tons of murals, tons of opportunities to do paintings. Now, this mural by myself took a whole sim day to complete. It was a very long process, and it can be defaced in a matter of seconds. You can also go to the club and do karaoke, which fulfills the new skill, singing. So now your sim can actually have a singing skill, which depends on how well they do karaoke. There's also a little basketball court. As you can see, my sim is taking granny shots because she's not that great. Here is just an example I have of team working to finish a mural and then easily defacing it. City Living added 3 jobs to the game: social media superstar, critic, and a politician. Now, don't be fooled by the screenshot. My art critic career started out higher up because I was actually working towards that. Another thing that they added was this alarm system that allows you to work from home or actually go to work. As you can see, this sim is working the politician career. She is about to start a protest for trees, but nobody really shows up, and that makes her sad. What you have to do to get people to show up to your protest is you have to go up to people and spread your cause. So I think that that's a really interesting career. If you want to know more about any of the careers, please just leave a comment in the description and I will tell you more about them. Aviator Games, my friend whose link is in the description, he actually did the social media career, so you can watch his video and maybe get some more information on that. I'm sorry I wasn't able to get a ton of footage of festivals and jobs. I actually lost my entire second day of filming due to technical difficulties. Now I'm just going to show you guys some screenshots. The first few screenshots I have are just views of my apartment. I love that you can see the little cars and the little people down below. This is also one of the more affordable complexes. I think it was probably $600 a month, and I was able to spend like $0 and edit my entire apartment to look this way. So there's a lot of customization you can do. They also added in this fun little bubble blower that they have at some of the festivals. I'm not really sure what it gives you. It probably gives you some sort of happy moodlets, is what I can assume. But look at that detailing on the mosaic wall back there. This is a beautiful screenshot. And here's just a little overview of one of the festivals. If I remember correctly, it was the Spice Festival, where you can eat spicy foods and your sim can compete in the fire challenge and, see how well they fare. My sim didn't do very well though. As we could see, her mouth was on fire shortly after she started eating, so she had to leave. Now this screenshot was taken from the Uptown area district. It's actually the view. You can see right across the bay is the little red fish sign from the spice market. So they actually done a really good job putting everything in relation to everything else. It wasn't just all randomly placed. Here's a screenshot of my sim looking out of her apartment window at a festival that's going on down below. Now, what I really like about this is your sim can literally check on any festival. There's always something going on the street and you can just see it from your apartment. It's kind of like when people walk by your house, but 20 times more interesting. Here's another random view of my apartment. I was in love with this build. I am so sad I couldn't keep it. I'm gonna try to recreate it and upload it once the City Living comes out. Now, these are just some screenshots from the Love Festival. Your sim can throw petals, drink the punch, and, maybe find a boyfriend or girlfriend for the night. With every single convention, there is a merch booth. You can buy a special t-shirt and a special snow globe from every single convention. These are little collectible items, I think, and I made my sim buy them all. Now, something interesting is they actually factored in kind of the weirdos that you see in the city. There's often little raccoons running around, people in luchador masks leaving early in the morning, taking the walk of shame. So this is just a little screenshot of me talking to a raccoon man, really. Now, looping back around, here is a screenshot from the GeekCon. A bunch of people wear llama outfits. Those are cosplayers. You can take selfies with them. You can compete against them in games or even hacking tournaments. And this is the last screenshot I have. It's just my sim in cosplay. It's actually a Halloween costume because it was around Halloween time when I took these pictures. And that's it. But here's some vlog footage from my trip. I had such a fun time. Once again, thank you so much for EA for flying me out there and bringing me to their headquarters to test out this new expansion pack. This is just some of the vlog footage that I have from it. If you guys like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, whatever you have to do. And now, as promised, here is the video of me and Delicacy rapping. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!